As part of plans to cushion the effect of petrol subsidy removal, the Lagos State Parks and Garages Management on Tuesday said it had put modalities in place to comply with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's directive for the implementation of 25% reduction in fares for residents of the state. But when our correspondent Ademola Lawrence went round to monitor compliance by the transport workers at different motor parks, the fares remained the same. TVC News correspondent Ademola Lawrence will join me in a moment to give us situation report on level of compliance by transport workers with the directive from the leadership, as well as reactions from commuters. But we'll get to that shortly. Let's come to Lagos, where Ademola Lawrence is standing by to give us update on the level of compliance by both motorists and commuters now with regard to the palliatives announced by the government. Ademola, just how many parks have you visited this today, and what is the level of compliance from the transport workers?
Yeah, I must tell you that the level of compliance has been very low. I've been to 3 different motor parks this morning. I went to Ojota Parks, of course I was in Ojudubeja Park, and of course at Ikeja. And I can tell you the situation have not changed. The 20% that was actually announced by the state government that should be, of course, reduced by the transport workers of the yellow buses. Of course, their union also met yesterday, and it was properly communicated to them. As a matter of fact, a task force committee was actually set up to monitor the situation of things around these motor parks. But as I went around this morning, it's still the same, and I spoke to some persons, and they are still saying that the amounts that they paid just yesterday is still what they are still paying. And I spoke to even these drivers when they've not been able to effect a change as a matter of urgency that the governor and of course their chairman of the Lagos Parks and Garages have announced yesterday. And one of the things that was brought to the fore was the fact that the transport workers, which of course the union, they have not yet of course reduced the price of their tickets, that where they load from their motor parks is still the same. So they are finding it, there's a bit of challenge for them to also reduce that price from their own hand.
All right, so were you able to then get back to the leadership of the parks and garages to see how soon they want to reduce the charges such that this policy could actually be adhered to?
Yes. No, speaking to them, most of them said once the union themselves can reduce that particular ticket that they take from their different motor parks, they can be able to effectively do the reduction of fare for them, because that is the major point for most of these drivers, of course, that apply these different routes. If the union can actually reduce by 25%, they can also reduce by 25% from their own end. And also when they spoke yesterday, I was at that particular conference yesterday where their chairman was actually addressing them that it is indeed very crucial at this particular point in time where the fuel subsidy has been removed by the president. And of course, what should be done is to find a way to help the larger society by trying to reduce the cost of transportation, because of what the governor has also said, by reducing 50% from the state side. But in the interest of it, what they are also saying, if the union can keep to their own agreements of reducing it, they would also do that with immediate effect. While speaking to them today. But one of the things that you can also make way for them is the fact that while I was speaking to them, they said that they actually need the president to also listen to them, by actually looking at the price in the fuel that is going up. They also were able to say that they understand that the president is trying to do good, by removing subsidy and the palliatives that is supposed to come out of it. But
absolutely,
they just want a speedy arrangement for that to be done.
All right, Ademola, thank you very much for that update. Ademola Lawrence for us in Lagos.